At 1,700 kilometers long and with an estimated cost of over $31 billion, the Inland Rail project is one of the most ambitious infrastructure projects in Australian history, a massive double-stacked freight line that promises to revolutionize transportation between Brisbane and Melbourne. While the project has been lauded by many, there has been criticism and scrutiny of the process involved in its planning and execution, particularly with regard to the route it will take and the extent to which local communities have been consulted. Now, a critical independent review of the project, commissioned by the federal government, has been released, led by Dr. Kerry Schott. The review has revealed some startling findings, from astonishing cost blowouts to shortcomings in the route selection process. But what do these findings mean for the communities along the proposed railway route? At the town of Wagga Wagga in rural New South Wales, for example, officials of the local city council raised concerns about the Inland Rail's environmental impact statement back in September, in particular, that the current route would split the town in two and leave a legacy of adverse environmental impacts. Now, Schott's review has recommended that route be modified afterwards in order to limit noise and allow crosstown access for towns cut in two. Wagga Wagga Deputy Mayor Jenny McKinnon welcomed the recommendation but called for greater clarity on who would be responsible for enforcing the requirements specified in the review. My question now is, once this is all built and done, whose responsibility is it to look after all these impacts? Meanwhile, federal MP Michael McCormack, who played a major part in the project as infrastructure minister in the former coalition government, criticized Wagga Council for failing to engage with the Australian Railtrack Corporation, ARTC, before the design was completed. It's not just the people of Wagga Wagga who feel that their voices have not been sufficiently heard. In Euroa, Victoria, John Simpson of the community organisation Euroa Connect said they had been disappointed by the review's lack of address of ART's community consultation and engagement practices. At Moree Plains Shire in New South Wales, Angus Witherby, a former planning director there, said he believed the rail project was still worth doing, despite its huge costs. All of these tales highlight how critical the role the community plays in this project is. While the independent review has made various recommendations, which the ARC is currently considering, it is critical that local communities have a voice in this process. Infrastructure projects of this size inevitably have an impact on the areas they run through, and it's only by truly engaging with local communities affected by this project that we can ensure it is implemented in a way that takes into account the interests of everyone involved. The federal government and the ARC must make sure that proper and meaningful consultation is taking place. After all, this project will affect Australians for decades to come, and it's only with comprehensive dialogue between the authorities and local communities that it can not only be built but built in the right way.